We've all heard the buzz about electric vehicles. They're faster, emit zero emissions, and are supposedly far more reliable than their internal combustion engine or ICE counterparts. But in reality, things aren't quite as rosy as they seem. A recent analysis by Consumer Reports has revealed that EVs are actually encountering 80% more problems compared to traditional ICE vehicles. The thing is, there are many reasons for these challenges faced by EVs, and due to all these challenges, GM is rethinking its electric vehicle strategy. This includes shelving its ambitious target of rolling out 400,000 EVs from 2022 through mid-2024, and postponing the production of electric pickup trucks at its Orion Township plant in Michigan by a year. Additionally, last October, GM called off a $5 billion collaboration with Honda Motor to develop affordable EVs. So, let's check out the reasons behind the problematic nature of electric vehicles and why GM is reconsidering its ambitious goal of producing 400,000 EVs. The latest vehicle reliability report from Consumer Reports comes at a time when car buyers could benefit from a federal tax credit of up to $7,500 for purchasing an EV. Despite this incentive and the introduction of new models by automakers, the adoption rate of EVs has been slower than anticipated. Jake Fisher, the senior director of auto testing at Consumer Reports, describes this situation as growing pains. He sees it as a phase of ironing out the inevitable glitches that come with new technology. The findings from Consumer Reports are based on a survey of their members, detailing the issues they've encountered with their vehicles in the past year. This comprehensive report includes data on more than 330,000 vehicles, ranging from models manufactured in 2000 all the way up to 2023, and even includes some early reports on the 2024 models. Now, let's focus on the specific issues contributing to the 80% increase in problems for electric vehicles compared to gas-powered ones, as reported by Consumer Reports. We'll start with reason number 7, which is batteries aren't a good replacement for traditional fuel. At first glance, electric cars appear straightforward. They essentially have a battery and an electric motor. However, despite this simplicity, the technology is still facing many issues. One of the most prominent issues is battery degradation. The performance of EVs often falls short of what's advertised, with the range being notably lower under heavy use and in cold weather, leading to quicker than expected degradation. And this not only impacts owner satisfaction, but also raises concerns considering the high cost of batteries, which can account for up to half the vehicle's price. Apart from that, there are numerous instances of EV batteries catching fire, not just while charging, but also when the vehicle is switched off. There have been cases of cargo ships transporting EVs that caught fire, heightening the apprehension among potential buyers about storing such vehicles in their garages. General Motors has recognized this problem firsthand. They issued a recall for certain Bolt EVs across multiple model years, from 2017 to 2019 and some 2020 models, due to potential fire risks linked to high-voltage batteries. The next issue we encounter, which contributes to the growing list of challenges for electric vehicles, is the over-reliance on cutting-edge technology. Now, the problem isn't so much with EV's basic powertrain, which generally receives fewer complaints. The real challenge lies in how these vehicles are marketed and presented by automakers. EVs are often positioned as technological marvels, vastly superior to traditional internal combustion engine vehicles. This leads to EVs being equipped with luxury features and the latest tech advancements. A typical characteristic of modern EVs is the minimal use of physical controls, with a heavy reliance on touchscreens for various functions. Additionally, there's a substantial push towards incorporating advanced driver assistance systems, such as autonomous driving technologies. These features, though innovative, are still in their nascent stages in the industry and require more time to be refined. In the interim, they often become sources of significant issues for the consumer. The integrated nature of these systems means that even minor glitches can cause the entire vehicle to malfunction, leading to frustration among many owners. This integration of unpolished, state-of-the-art technology in EVs, while impressive on paper, can compromise their overall reliability and user experience. Moving on to the fifth issue, which is a major concern for EV owners, is the cost associated with repair and maintenance. The reality is that new technology needs time to mature and mass produce to become affordable, a milestone that EVs haven't achieved yet. The most obvious example here is the battery, which degrades over time, but at the same time account for up to half the vehicle's price. Also, battery replacement, with owners having to shell out thousands of dollars for what seems like a basic repair. This raises a critical question. Does it make sense to invest such a hefty sum in a vehicle that has a maximum lifespan of around 10 years? Now, the cost concerns extend beyond just the batteries. EVs are still relatively new to the automotive scene, leading to a shortage of skilled mechanics and technicians equipped to handle them, both during production in factories as well as maintenance to end users. Additionally, the unreliability of EVs often stems from parts other than the powertrain. One likely culprit here could be low build quality. Tesla vehicles, for instance, are notorious for their assembly issues, and other manufacturers aren't faring much better. The pressure to keep EVs competitively priced while coping with the high cost of batteries leads manufacturers to seek other cost-saving measures. These can include the use of lower-grade materials and accelerated production processes, which invariably result in compromised quality control. Next up, at number 4, is the issue of range anxiety. This is a significant factor that affects the perceived reliability of electric vehicles compared to traditional gas-powered cars. Despite advancements in technology, there's hardly any electric model that matches the autonomy of internal combustion engine vehicles. This discrepancy leads to what is known as range anxiety, particularly when considering the current state of charging infrastructure, which is far from adequate. And then there's the matter of charging time itself, which is considerably longer than refueling at a gas station. Even with fast charging technology, it takes about 30 minutes on average to recharge an EV, and using a regular household outlet can take several hours. Continuing to number 3, the issue of plug-in hybrids. On a side note here, plug-in hybrids are surprisingly faring even worse than electric vehicles. A recent survey has shown that plug-in hybrids are less reliable than both electric and gas-powered cars. Owners of plug-in hybrids are faced with managing 2 distinct powertrain systems, each with its own unique maintenance needs. The gas engine requires typical servicing, like oil changes, while the electric part includes large, expensive batteries. Additionally, the components that integrate these two systems can also be sources of problems due to their complexity. Alright, next problem is about the infrastructure issues. A significant barrier to the widespread adoption of electric vehicles and a primary factor in low customer satisfaction is the issue of range anxiety, as previously mentioned. This anxiety largely stems from the underdeveloped charging infrastructure, which is still not sufficiently equipped for mass EV adoption. The limited availability of charging stations is a deterrent, particularly for those living in apartments or without a garage. Finally, at number 1, we have the technology challenges. Considering everything we've discussed in this video, it's clear that the primary reason for the high level of unreliability among EVs is their status as a relatively new technology. Like any technological advancement, EVs need time to evolve and overcome the hurdles of new tech. It took internal combustion engine cars decades to reach any level of reliability. EVs are on a similar trajectory and will likely require years, if not decades, to resolve their current issues. A key area of focus is battery technology, which is expected to evolve with new, more efficient, and safer chemical elements. This advancement will make batteries cheaper, more effective, and less prone to risks like fires. Similarly, other aspects of EVs that incorporate advanced technologies, such as autonomous driving and driver assistance features, also require further development. Last but not least, the current trend of manufacturing luxurious, over-equipped electric cars results in a plethora of potential issues. Eventually, automakers will need to shift towards producing more affordable, simpler EVs designed for mass consumption. Once this transition occurs, the reliability of electric vehicles is expected to improve significantly, making them a more viable option for a broader range of consumers. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you in the next one.